Hi, my name is Joey. I'm creator of Knowledge, Wisdom, and Understanding Facebook group. Also, Digital Weapon Warriors at YouTube and Students of Truth at YouTube. Please join our group, like and subscribe, etc. I was making a quick video to kind of elaborate on a reel that I posted yesterday, day before. By the way, it's 10:03 on Thursday night, and I'm in Cape Canaveral, Florida. So, 2023. So, in the reel that I made, I just want to elaborate just real quick because I was trying to do a thing, and I think you have to keep them under a minute, so that's what I tried to do. But I'm not asserting any of my own beliefs, opinions, or anything like that. It's just kind of the way that I put it together. So please, I'm going to try to keep this as brief as possible, but allow me to elaborate on some of the things that I was saying. So thermodynamics, what that is physics, way of defining and describing temperature, essentially. So there's 3 laws, and later a more fundamental 0th law was added. These are very not complicated and well known, the 3, really 4 laws of thermodynamics. What it says in those laws, what's you hear repeated all the time, and people say, and it says explicitly and verbatim, is energy can be neither created nor destroyed. Okay. It also says the amount of entropy always increases in everything. And so when you look up entropy, it's defined as the chaos or disorder in a system. But the way that you can see and think of entropy is this house that I'm in right now. In 10 million years, if all life was off the planet, right, but this house was still here and whatever. So in 10 million years, this house would the integrity of the structure would be compromised. So it would deteriorate, rot, wither, perish. The integrity would be compromised of the structure. It would rot. Like, things just get old. And so everything does, actually. And that's what entropy is. That's how you can think of entropy, that it just gets older, it ages, right? And I can see that everything seemingly does that. And so that's what entropy is, okay? Even at 0 Kelvin, you know what I mean? Like, that this, even, that's, it's because 0 Kelvin is like over 300 degrees below Celsius 0 or whatever. And it's supposed to be the almost, they say, almost no entropy, right? But there is always entropy, and it always increases. Stuff doesn't like get newer and nicer on its own. It gets older. That's what entropy is. The laws of thermodynamics say the amount of entropy always increases, and energy can't be created or destroyed. And so thermodynamics is actually physics' way of defining temperature and hot and cold, thermostat, thermometer, thermodynamics. And so it's because there's not really a defining attribute that says this is hot and this is cold. It's not like 70 degrees is hot and 69 degrees is cold. It's whatever you determine, if you're hot or you're cold, right? But there's no exact measurable attribute that is distinguishes them from one another, right? Exclusive states, hot and cold. So science, the way that defines this is if you have 2 items, so heat always, one's hot and one's cold, and you set them next to each other, the heat always leaves the hot item, right? And it'll actually heat up the cold item until they get to a certain same temperature, and then they'll both start cooling off, right? They don't get hotter on their own stuff. That's not how energy works, right? Heat is like energy, and so it leaves stuff, right? It just like, I see it and we see it as like stuff like cools off, or a hot and a cold thing or whatever. Like the hot one the heat will leave the hot one. It's not like they get hotter on their own. And that's thermodynamics, okay? So these laws of thermodynamics. And so energy cannot be created. Now, I didn't make that up. That's not my theory or my speculation, something I think or believe or read in a magazine somewhere. Like, that's the laws of thermodynamics. That's got nothing to do with me. I'm absolutely just relaying the message. Maybe kind of me is the part that says, well, if, and it's not me, but you don't hear this much. If energy can't be created or destroyed, that means the amount of energy never changes. And actually, that is why they say energy can't be created or destroyed, is because the amount of energy never changes. And think about it. If it can't be created or destroyed, right, then it never changes. There's always the same amount of energy. Let me tell you what energy is. That's atoms, right? Protons, electrons, neutrons, bosons, Higgsons, particles, right, is atoms. And waves, right? This is energy. That's what I mean, energy. Like, everything is made of energy. Everything's made of atoms, right? Okay, well, we'll say atoms then is energy, and that's what I mean. Everything's made of energy. So this is something else. This is not me saying this. This is not my anything. This is what we've all heard a gazillion times, but I'm not saying I agree with it. I'm not saying I endorse it. I'm saying a lot of people do. Okay? So, and there's this misconception, right? Never mind. But this is what the Big Bang is, okay? So the Big Bang says that all of the energy in the universe, the amount of it never changes, right? But there's this energy that is our, I'm not even going to say the word infinite because that's incomprehensible, a whole nother thing, right? But it's expanding. It's ever expanding from 13.5 approximate billion years ago. The universe is expanding, right? From this Big Bang. Heard that, right? What that is illustrating, allow me. That means if you rewind all the galaxies and all the nebulas and every part of the universe for 13.5 billion years, from every direction, right? And you rewind it, everything goes back to a single point, to one single point, 13.5 billion years ago. All of the atoms, all of the energy in the entire universe, 13.5 billion years ago, rewinds back to a single point. That's where the Big Bang came from. It's not like the Big Bang just like everything appeared. No, they're saying that it all came from one single point, the singularity. It all goes back, and then it goes boom and expands in every direction. This is another common misconception. It's not saying that it expanded into a void. It's saying there was no void. When it expanded and created the void that it's filling with energy. 13.5 billion years ago, back to one point. All of the atoms in the universe, including my guitar, my mailbox, and my everything in the universe, traces back to when it was connected at a single point, the singularity. That's where it all came from. And since energy can't be created or destroyed, the amount of energy doesn't change. I'm not saying that. It's not disputable, you know. But since that's a fact, and it is, I guess, academically it is, I promise. That means the atoms that make up Joey, right, were at that singularity at the Big Bang 13.5 billion years ago. That's just what that says. And I was just trying to say that on a reel. You know what I mean? So, if you don't like it, I apologize. You know what I mean? I apologize that I read those parts of those books to you, but that's not me or my opinion or my speculation, my theory or thesis or nothing. No, I'm just saying facts, dude. Like, that's elementary. Kids are learning everything I just told you in elementary school, like, for a long time now. Yeah, that's not me. I put it together that way, and I'm saying that means that thermodynamics is saying that I was reincarnated because the atoms that make up Joey were already in the universe and existed, and in fact, they were all connected to each other 13.5 billion years ago when they came from a singularity. That's probably me. Calling the Big Bang the singularity, that might be me. That's just how I see it, you know? I mean, isn't that what it says? It all says it came from like one space. It's not like it came from everywhere, right? It came from one spot and created itself, this universe, as it expanded. So it's an expansion back to a single point of creation. That's kind of what I hear. That's Joey, but I think that's what it's saying. So thermodynamics says I was reincarnated, you were reincarnated. My little single point demonstration thing here was reincarnated. All of it was, because we're all made of energy, and the energy's been here for a long, long time. Yeah. So I just wanted to say that, and now it's 10:15. I'm gonna say a bunch of stuff, but I just wanted to clear that up real quick, and the microphone should be working now. Yeah. So I'm going to try to make some more videos or go live or something, but I just wanted to clear that up, and like where I'm wrong, if I'm wrong or whatever, and I love the fact that people are engaging in it. You know what I'm saying? Because I have like really wanted that for a long time. I've exhausted a lot of energy trying to figure out how to do that more productively in a more healthy, beneficial for everyone way. So that is just, it's like, you know what I mean? That's more gratifying to me than anything. It's like people engaging that I feel like I need to specify or clarify something, dude, and that's just rad. That's just so cool, and I just appreciate it so much, and I'm so grateful, and I'm just, you know what I'm saying? Man, I want to talk about all kind of stuff, but yeah, stuff like that. And the only reason that came up is because I was like trying to figure all this stuff out, and I'm like, what is real? But I guess I've got to be 1 minute long, and so that's what I did. I was like, do it for 1 minute, make a video, and that's what came out. If I had 13 minutes exactly longer, I would have said everything I just said. So my name's Joey. Knowledge, Wisdom, and Understanding Facebook group. Please join our group. Digital Weapon Warriors at YouTube, and also Students of Truth at YouTube. So like and subscribe, all that stuff. Please do, because and share and stuff, because that generates, like, you see what I'm saying? So like, and I feel like when we network with the right network, then we can be really beneficial, productive, and affirmative, you know what I'm saying, and get some stuff done. Everyone subscribe to Gaia. It's $10 a month if you have Amazon Prime. Subscribe to Gaia. And if you have cable, Spectrum, watch TED channel. It's like, man, it's just so cool. It's a really awesome time to be alive. That's what that video I just made about was how we were the first people to ever do any of this, the technological revolution. So, and that has a lot to do with the group. So thank you very much, and have a good evening. And I want to probably go live or do some other kind of interactive video right now. Thanks. Arrivederci.